Three, two, one. What's going on, y'all? I'm Jeremy, and wrestling is terrible. And I'm joined with Tristan Glover, and it's been a little while. Tristan, glad to have you here.
I'm glad to talk some wrestling.
It has been a couple of weeks. It's a lot of different factors contribute to how often or how not often we get to post. But I've been busy the last couple of weeks. What I've been up to personally is trying to create a new website for my marketing social media management company. And then also I've been doing some like kind of vector style t-shirt graphic design
Mhm.
stuff, just trying to find some ways to make passive income because believe it or not, and I'll probably work some wrestling tees into that business. I will post a link when we do get it launched. But 17, 18 views a video, it can't be a priority right now as much as I would love it to
Right,
be.
right.
What you been up to?
Working a lot. I just pulled 7 days straight of work, which I don't like doing, so I'm not going to do that again for a while. And then editing shit on the side. So working a lot,
Why'd you have to work
watching
seven
as
days
much
in a
wrestling as
row?
possible. Because I changed my schedule to be off on Fridays and Saturdays. So going from Wednesday, Thursdays to Fridays and Saturdays to get there, I
Yep,
had to put in 7 days straight.
that makes sense. How do you like your new schedule?
I mean, hopefully it is fun. Hopefully it's good. It gets to the point where just like a Wednesday, Thursday feels like any other day, no matter what. So try to get the most I can out of a Saturday.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Absolutely. What else? I lost my train of thought. There was something I was going to bring up, and I'm imagining it was this first game. Look, I've said it up front on previous episodes. I'm not a wrestling expert.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching it for 8 months now, give or take a little bit. Started at the Royal Rumble over 2023. Here we are at the beginning of October when we are recording this. We got Fastlane coming on for WWE tonight, which I'll be checking out. But I learn a little bit more about it week after week. That's why I'm super happy to have Tristan here. He is my shepherd into the world of wrestling. But like I said, I'm learning things about the sport. I'm learning things about different wrestlers that have been in the industry for a long time. And I was watching an episode of Kill Tony, the world's most famous live podcast, last week. And it had a couple of very well known comedians, including Ari Shafir and Shane Gillis and Mark Normand, and then the host, Tony. And Ric Flair was also
Mm-hmm.
a guest on it. And he was probably 20 beers deep, dude. Did you see that?
I have not seen that, but I can perfectly picture it. That man does not give a shit.
So, are you familiar with the show?
I've seen probably like 3 clips ever of it.
It's extremely savage. They bring up comedians from all over the country, all over the world, really. One of the last guys was from Brussels. They bring up comedians from all over the world. They give them 60 seconds to do their set, and then they critique them and interview them afterwards. And Tony Hitchcliffe, he's a dickhead, dude. I don't love
Mm-hmm.
him. I don't love his style. Kind of a bad energy, but I still kind of enjoy the podcast because I like seeing comedians get up there and just like give it a shot
Right.
in front of millions of people. Well, after one of the sets in particular was over, Tony's just like, you suck. And just in the worst way possible. What would make you think that you should get up here and do this? This is one of the biggest opportunities of your life and you fucking blew it. Rip Flair, man, 175 years old and 20 beers deep. And he's just like, I'm not gonna sit by and let you make fun of people and be mean. Nothing ever good came from being mean to people. And you guys are the reason why I'm here, and just going on and on. And nobody's gonna make fun of me and nobody's gonna make fun of them. And they're just trying to explain, like, Rick, this is the show,
The
man. This
show.
is kind of what we do here. Don't worry, you can be the good cop. He's like, no, I'm not gonna be a cop. Anyways, got up and stormed out of the fucking podcast.
Really?
And they just proceeded to pile on afterwards. But that's kind of on
Mhm.
them for not letting him in on what the premise of the show is, which
No, if they'd
ties
have filled
back
him in, he'd have
around.
probably started cutting promos.
Dude, I wish he would have. I feel like he walked away from that last match and then straight to Austin, Texas. I don't know. It
He
was
walked straight to a
interesting.
bar, is what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, more accurately. So anyways, I say that to say that's why I had to tell y'all. If you've seen the channel before, then you know that I'm not super familiar. If you haven't, that's kind of the premise of wrestling is terrible. And in that tradition, I've come up with a game that's kind of a ripoff of what we see on Wrestle Talk, but I've modified it just enough, but it's still very obviously an acknowledgement on what they do over there. They have like a 3-word wrestlers or some topic in 3 words, and then they have to, in 3 words, describe whatever it is they're talking about. But instead of that approach, I kind of went with a more like stream of consciousness kind of thing, like word association. Like in a shrink's office, they show you an image and you say the first thing that comes into your mind type situation. I've come up with 50 different wrestlers. I've passed the list off to Tristan. I'm really curious, A, are we going to have any crossover? And B, how dramatically different is my perception of these characters going to be than Tristan's? Do you have your list in front of you?
I've got it right here.
All right, let's go ahead and give this thing a go. So we will alternate back and forth as to who goes. You kind of ask me afterwards, and I understand why you're like, can we do the 3 words? That way I can like actually say something. And I'm like, if I don't really give a shit, there's no strict hard and fast rules here. If you want to throw hyphens in between it, we'll accept that. Whatever. So okay, here's my first one, and that is John Cena. And my one word is jorts, Tristan.
My one word is lol, lol, as in Cena wins lol.
Okay, all right. I got
That's
that
what
one.
happened back in the day.
Number 2, Tristan.
Roman Reigns. I said missing.
Very fair. I said Pensacola. Imagine that.
Gotcha.
My buddy Jonathan's sister was out at the wine bar earlier this week, and Jay and what's her name were at the
Trinity.
restaurant. Trinity?
That is, I mean, her real name and the name she's using in Impact right now is Trinity.
Okay. Okay. Number 3 is Randy Orton. And dude, I don't know much about this guy, but I said Flair for Ric Flair. So what do you got for Randy Orton?
I said Viper.
Is that
Flair works.
his?
Flair work. That, I mean, yeah, he's the Viper Randy Orton.
Okay.
And Flair
Okay.
works. I mean, they were in Evolution together.
That's probably the only time I ever saw Randy Orton. Number 4.
We got Seth Rollins. I said quality.
You know what I said? Overrated.
Over. No, I said quality. He's always every match he's in, no matter what, he's gonna give you something quality.
That's what you've been saying, and I don't think I've seen it in the past 10 matches. Number 5, Brock Lesnar. I think I kind of went with your Randy Orton direction in this one. I said beast for Brock Lesnar.
I said streak, as in he stole the streak, and it always makes me sad.
Okay. Okay. Well done. What about the next one?
That is Becky Lynch, and I said man. Becky
I
Lynch
said
is the
man.
There you go.
All right. We got one
Becky
so
Lynch is the man.
far. Number 7, Charlotte Flair. This one you got to kind of do a little bit of reaching to get where I'm going with this. The word is fetch, as in from Clueless. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Now you're talking about Mean Girls.
Oh yeah. That is what I meant. What do you got?
I have frustrating.
Yeah. Not
Just
a lot of Charlotte
she's
love.
always in the title picture. And look, she's a fantastic wrestler, but just give her something to do away from the title, and just quit putting a belt on her.
Yeah, dude. I think she's had like 16-time
Yeah,
champion
over the course
like
of like 5 years, and it's like none of them mean anything.
all right, your next one, Bailey. What do you got for Bailey?
So this is where I have underrated.
Underrated, and I went with reliable.
There you go, reliable. She's great. She's always fantastic.
Okay, next one, Drew McIntyre. I went with Bear on this one.
I said wasted, as in they're just not
Mm.
doing anything with him. Have you heard what the story is on what they were going to do with him and Riddle?
They were going to do McGriddle, from what I
Yeah,
understand, or
McRiddle.
McRiddle.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what it was, but I do know they're like kind of trying to go Dark Knight anti-hero Batman with him now. What was the original plan?
Apparently, it was just to put him in a tag team with Riddle and call him McRiddle. Maybe they was going to turn on him and beat him up at some point, but maybe they're trying to get a McDonald's sponsorship. I don't know.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, number 10, Tristan, is AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, of course, one word can only describe AJ Styles, and that is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. I
There you
actually
go.
put Georgia for mine. Again, just firing these things off as I'm going. My next one, Bobby Lashley. I was trying to give enough context, but I just could not. Suit is what I put for Bobby
I've got
Lashley.
suits.
Really?
I've got suits.
All right, that's two, man. That's two. All right, what about the next one?
Kevin Owens, I've got fight.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I put Indy.
That's fair. That's fair. I went for fight Owens fight.
Our next one is Rey Mysterio. Oh, you're gonna love this one, dude. I put Washed.
Washed. I put legend.
I think both of those things are fair. You know me, like I'm a big heel guy. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but you will soon find out about me that I am a wrestling heel. Next one is Kofi.
Kofi, I've got one word and one number, and that's 7 seconds.
What's that?
Kofi, of course, won the championship at WrestleMania against Daniel Bryan in a fantastic, beautiful, glorious moment. Had an okay reign, and then the very first episode of SmackDown on Fox lost the title to Brock Lesnar in 7 seconds.
I did not know that. I was trying to think of a good word for Kofi Kingston. I put trapeze. I don't know.
That's a weird one. I understand it, but it's a weird one.
um, Big E. I put big.
I put hopeful. I'm just hopeful he comes back and he's healthy.
Yeah. Next one.
Nakamura, Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, one
My
more
one
above
word.
that. Did you not have
Was
Xavier on there?
Another separated by Shinsuke Nakamura. I can go
Okay,
to Xavier. Xavier Woods, I put gamer.
it's a good one. I put little. So I had big
Little.
and then little. All right, now Shinsuke. And I put anime.
I put champion because after tonight he will be the champion.
I would love to see it. I put anime because his last couple of promos have been heavily featuring anime, even though I think strong style would have probably been a pretty good pick as well. What
Yeah,
you
that
got?
that, that crossed my mind. Edge, I mean, Edge is simple. It's rated R.
It's a good one. I thought about that and I put Lita.
Okay.
Uh, Christian, I put other.
I put Cage because I just pretty much finished his name. His name outside of WWE is Christian Cage.
And I put other because he's not Edge. He's the other one. Next one.
Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, technician.
It's a really good word. I put divas. This is
You're
all
familiar with him on Total Divas?
yeah.
You would hate the match he just had last Sunday
Okay.
against Zack Sabre Jr. because I know you're not a technical wrestling guy. You like it's very slow paced style. Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the most technical wrestlers in the world, and they just had nothing but a technical battle. And it was glorious, it was fantastic, and you would hate it.
Okay. I guess I have to watch it. No, I thought I liked technical wrestling.
I think you probably like a little bit of chain wrestling, but every now and again, I think you want like a pace to pick up or something. And it's like
Yeah.
it was a very methodical match.
Okay, I see what you mean. My next one, or number 21 for both of us, is Logan Paul. I wonder if we got this on the same. I put Prime.
I put Y.
It's fair enough. Next one.
Ricochet, I put highlight.
Viral is what I should have put for it, but I put flips.
Okay. They're both, I mean, all those things are pretty much highlights.
Number 23, The Miz. I put cartoon.
Talker.
Okay. I
Good
like
talker.
it. What you got next?
Sheamus. I put well deserved.
I put worker.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, over You can say that like when Sheamus kind of came in, everyone's just like, okay, yeah, this guy's fine. You just kind of immediately put a belt on him. And just in the past like handful of years, past 5 or 6 years, he's just been a worker and he's getting some well-deserved cheers, well-deserved praise.
What do you got for the next one? Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, I've got captivating.
I put Firefly.
That's fair too.
Finn Balor, I put Demon. Ugh.
Club, as in the creator of the Bullet Club.
Oh, I did not know that. That's cool. Adam Cole, Tristan.
Adam Cole is undisputed.
I don't even know who Adam Cole is. I put commentator question mark. Is he a wrestler?
No. That's you're talking about Michael Cole. Adam Cole is a wrestler.
Oh,
Adam Cole is undisputed.
I got to pull this guy up real quick as you go on to the next one.
So 28 is Tommaso Ciampa, and I put Goldie
Why?
because in NXT, when he was NXT champion, he called the belt Goldie, and it got over. And like whenever like he like lost the belt, he was like cutting a promo on the current champion, but then he starts talking to the belt, and he's like, "Goldie, Daddy's coming home."
Mm. I don't know very much about this guy. I just saw him in his feud with Imperium lately, and I put intense.
He's great. I'm gonna have you watch some of his NXT stuff. He's fantastic.
I think he looks really, really good. What about Shotzi Blackheart?
Shotzi Blackheart, I put dangerous.
I put Tank.
Yeah, that's fair. She rides a tank. I put dangerous because she's willing to do those absolutely nut spots. And there's a viral clip on the internet of her on the indies just diving into a tower of chairs. And it looks very painful.
The next one is Dakota Kai, and I put Io Sky.
Dakota Kai put Kick.
Okay.
She used to be like the leader of like Team Kick or something. And her repertoire was a lot of kicks.
Okay. Okay. What about 31?
I mean, LA Knight, that's simple. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's three for us, man. Damian Priest, I put BDSM.
I really struggled with this, and I put Senor.
Okay. Okay.
Because he's Senor Money in the Bank right now. That's really all I had.
And I put BDSM because of his weird pleather chaps. And
There's a lot of leather. Yeah.
Yeah, it's their whole vibe, that whole Judgment Day thing. For Santos Escobar, and I've never really seen much of this guy except one of his promos when he was fighting Rey Mysterio. And I put babyface question mark because that was such a babyface promo. But then after the match, I kind of started questioning like where things are headed.
Oh, he's definitely a babyface, but he's going to turn on Rey at some point. I've got Fantasma because he is the leader of Legado del Fantasma.
Okay. Okay. We might have the same on Raquel Rodriguez. What you got?
Raquel Rodriguez, I've got Smiles.
Okay. I see you, and I put back.
I thought you would put back. I hear a lot of people say that for Raquel, but it's just all she does is she smiles and she flexes her back.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
All right.
What do you got for Butch?
So I went with a hyphen on this one, but ugly.
I put Dunne as in Dunne because his real name is Pete Dunne. He wrestled as Pete Dunne in NXT. He wrestled as Pete Dunne in NXT UK. He was fucking glorious. He was amazing. He's one of their best champions ever. And if he at some point does not break away from that group and say, I'm not fucking Butch, my name is Pete Dunne, I'm going to get real mad.
Okay. I saw him on NXT the other day. I don't like his character, whatever. Chris Jericho.
I put Fozzy.
Why?
Fozzy is the name of his band. And for some reason, that's just the first thing that came to mind.
I like it. Lion? Was his signature the Lion Tamer?
The Lion Tamer, and then he used to be kind of his like nickname used to be Lionheart.
Okay, all right, then that was a good pull. Then, what about one of my favorites, Rhea Ripley?
Rhea Ripley, for some reason, all I got is makeup.
Okay, I like that, and I put Mommy.
I should have put Mommy, but for some reason, my brain just immediately starts thinking about her makeup.
Yeah, it's good makeup. What's your next one?
Dominic Mysterio. I put growing.
Okay, I put submissive.
That's true. Did you see on Raw where she was like, I'm your mommy, right? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, that makes you my poppy.
I didn't see that. But
Uh,
I do feel like the fact that his name is Dom and he's a sub, that irony is not lost on me.
yeah, no, there's a little bit of irony there. Yeah, Dom Dom.
All right, dude. Kenny Omega, I put dude, I don't even know who this guy is other than I watched a match with you. I put veteran,
I put Elite.
elite. It's a good one.
Elite.
Sasha Banks.
I also I put Sasha Banks slash Mercedes Monet, which is her name at the moment. And I said money because no matter where she signs, they're gonna have to pay some money and she's gonna be worth it.
I put Snoop.
Snoop. Oh yeah, it's her cousin. Yeah, gotcha.
Um, Cody Rhodes. And shout out to Wrestle Talk for my word adversity.
That yeah, gotcha. I put determined, which it's like it's almost it feels almost like a dig because it feels like they're maybe not gonna push him the direction he wants, but he's like determined to get there.
And yeah, and he's I don't know that he even needs to hold the freaking title for a while to just like he's so over with the crowd.
Right.
John Moxley, lumberjack.
I put thrilling.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
just always he puts on good matches. He's gonna start bleeding. He's gonna make somebody else start bleeding, and it's gonna be a thrill ride.
43, Tristan.
Sting, surprising
Surprising because he comes out at 100 years old.
because he's like 60 something years old and he's still freaking going as well as he is, as good as he is.
Okay. I put Crow.
That's fair too.
Jay Uso, I put Rat Tail.
I put compelling because his story is probably the most compelling thing on any WWE TV right now.
Dude, I am alone on an island. I fucking love new Jimmy Uso.
I just don't understand where his character's going.
I
He
think,
wants to be the tribal chief while Roman's not there.
yeah.
That's
I
pretty much
think
it.
what we're going to ultimately see, and this maybe I'm writing for myself and not for the actual audience for wrestling, but I eventually see Jay as the heel and Jimmy going against him as a face. We'll see what happens.
I wish I could say like, oh, I think this is going to happen, but the direction I think in my brain I'd like for it to go, it already went there and then went in reverse.
Well, talk to me about it. We got a minute.
Like Jimmy's like the person who left the bloodline initially and was like, Jay, come on, we're out. And then Jimmy's the one that goes back and is like, now we're back in.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't know, man. People are like, my buddy was like, I just don't see Jimmy as a threat. And this was a couple weeks ago. And I feel like ever since he said that, I've just seen him going fucking buck wild on everybody backstage, just like beating up random people. And it's like, it's comedic to me. Yeah.
It's just hard to tell where it's going.
Yeah, no, I get it. Number 45, Ric Flair. Oh, wait, did you say
Flair.
Jay? Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Ric Flair, I've got alcoholic.
I feel like we got to celebrate this one. I put drunk. So I think that's
pretty much it.
5 for us. Maybe it's 4. Y'all let us know. Next one, Sami Zayn. I put Maple.
I put wrestler.
Okay. Not in a generic or disparaging way, right?
No, like in WWE, it's like, oh, there's like superstars. But I'm like, there's some people in WWE who it's like, yeah, they're superstars, but that's a fucking wrestler.
I feel like we could have said the same thing about Sami Zayn or about Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I like that guy. The other rule was, by the way, we're not able to use the same word twice. That's why, sometimes they still seem a little more like a stretch. But next one, 47, Vince McMahon.
Old.
Okay, I put sleazy.
Just old. That's fair too. Just 2 reasons why he shouldn't be there. Old and sleazy.
Yeah. Gunther, this one's probably gonna go over like a fart in church. I put Heil.
Understood. I put the future.
Okay, I like it.
I want him to be just no matter what. Like every champion, every face needs their heel. Like John Cena, of course, has like Edge and Randy Orton. I want Gunther to be like that future, always on top heel. Like no matter who's the face, Gunther's gonna be there to stomp him back down.
Yeah, I like that. What about the next one?
Luchasaurus, but speak up. He
Is
doesn't
he hard
talk.
to understand? Oh, okay. Okay.
He used to do this. He used to like to have this aspect to his character because he's a giant guy. He's massive. Wears this dinosaur mask. Calls himself Luchasaurus. Whatever. So it's like, oh, it's just a dude who dresses like a dinosaur. But in real life, the dude has a master's degree in like history or something. So every time people would kind of make fun of him and call it like, oh, this stupid dinosaur, he'd speak up and be like, actually, I have a master's degree. And now that's just gone. He doesn't really talk at all, and he just does whatever Christian tells him to do. And I'm like, can you like be a character again? Can you speak up?
I've never seen this guy wrestle. I only saw him primarily because of the Edge and Christian stuff going on right now in AEW. So Luchasaurus, my word was Lunchables.
I
Um,
like that a lot. Lunchasaurus, Lunchables, Lucha. Wow, I just mixed up my brain a lot.
Luchables, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Number 50, Kane.
Knoxville. He's the mayor of Knox County.
Oh, I didn't know that. Tennessee native Tristan here telling me what's up. I put Undertaker.
That's fair too. My brain for some reason immediately went to him now, and I'm like, I should try to separate Glenn Jacobs from Kane, but it's hard.
No, dude, that's the game. That's the game. Some of these related directly to the wrestler, other of them related to the words. So there we go. Y'all let us know what your thoughts were down in the comment section. If you played along, we'd love to hear some of your most random picks, some of your most random choices. So thank you very much for stopping by, being a part of our conversation. If you did enjoy this video, let us know. Share it. Click the thumbs up button. Definitely click the thumbs up button. Leave us a comment, share your thoughts, all that kind of fun stuff. And until next time, and on behalf of both me and Tristan, be terrible. Peace.